In the Indian Premier League, there is a stiff battle being fought between three players in the Indian Premier League too. There are three takers for the lone wicketkeeper batter slot in the Indian team ahead of the upcoming T20 World Cup. But as things stand, it's the boy from Kerala who is constantly knocking on BCCI's door. We are talking, of course, about Sanju Samson. Last night saw Sanju Samson smash another 50, his third half century in 5 games. And with the Indian squad announcement for the T20 World Cup expected to take place in less than 3 weeks, he's taking a strong claim for that wicketkeeper batter slot. Sanju's 38 ball 68 took his team to an above par total at the Savai Mansingh Stadium in Jaipur at an impressive strike rate of 179. In the 5 matches that Samson has played this season, he has amassed 246 runs that have come at an impressive strike rate of 158 and an outstanding average of 82, head and shoulders above any other wicketkeeper batter in the IPL so far. Now remember, 2 wicketkeeper batters are going to be part of India's 15-member squad for the World Cup, and as things stand, Sanju is up against Kings 11 Punjab's Jitesh Sharma and Delhi Capitals Rishabh Pant. So effectively, it's a 3-way fight for the 2 slots, and each contender comes with some sort of USP attached to him. While Sanju is the man in form, Jitesh is the incumbent, the man who was India's first choice keeper batter the last time that they played T20Is versus Afghanistan. And Pant, on the other hand, well, he has made a remarkable comeback from a life-threatening accident and comes with a very high reputation of being a big match winner.
And heaved it over deep square leg. So good watching after the 6 straight down the ground.
Let's now take a deep dive into how the 3 of them compare based on the IPL season that has happened so far. Sanju Samson is the clear leader, whether you look at the number of runs, that the run rate at which they were scored. Rishabh Pant finds himself in the 2nd spot, both in terms of runs and strike rate. But he scored 87 runs less than Samson in the same number of innings, might I add. And mind you, batting at roughly the same position too. Jitesh Sharma, now on the other hand, who happens to be the incumbent for the wicketkeeper batter slot, has contrasting numbers when compared to the other 2, with just managing 77 runs at a strike rate of 135. That said, compared to the rest, he has the unenviable task of batting at a tough position of number 7, which Pant and Samson don't have to do. But should 5 games of the IPL be enough to pick or drop a player in the Indian team? Or would the better metrics be to look at their long-term form in this format? So let's take a look at the larger picture then, and how have these 3 contenders performed in the last 2 seasons of the IPL. This will give us a better picture. Now even here, Samson continues to dominate in terms of overall runs, scoring 820 in the last 2 seasons prior to the 2004 season, with Rishabh being a close second with 759 runs. Sanju, though, not only averages better than the southpaw, but also strikes at a much better strike rate. But when compared with Jitesh, who unlike the other 2 has consistently been batting lower down the order, Sanju finds himself lagging behind. Although he may have more runs than the Punjab batter, Jitesh scored runs at a strike rate of almost 160, which is what the role now that the Indian team is looking at is demanding too. Now, putting together the Indian team, given India's rich reserves, isn't an easy task, and so the selectors will have to do a lot of head scratching to be able to zero in on 2 out of the 3 in contention. All 3 come with different abilities and have something unique to offer. We'll take a closer look. Let's first talk about Jitesh, the incumbent wicketkeeper batter. He in the Indian team has been playing for some time. He has been getting the backing for nearly 12 months now for the Indian team. For him, playing in the Indian team is just the same as batting for his franchise, as in both the situation he bats lower down the order and has the ability to hit 6th gear from the word go. That's the USP that Jitesh has. Now let's take a look at Rishabh Pant. With Rishabh Pant, the Indian team gets the option of playing a left-hander, which often holds a team in good stead, especially in the Indian team's context, which is mostly heavy on righties. But most importantly, Pant has the emotions and backing of the entire nation, given his spectacular recovery from a deadly car accident.
मैं एक नाम चुनूंगा और दूसरे का मैं फॉर्म दे दूंगा. आईपीएल खत्म होती है, वो जो आप सेकंड चॉइस लेके जाएंगे, the man should be in top form, supreme fitness. Anybody, it could be KL Rahul, it could be anybody, it could be. फिर वो चॉइस है, but my first choice will always be Rishabh Pant.
Okay, Navjot Singh Sidhu directly going in with Rishabh Pant, his first choice. And then there is, of course, the other one in Sanju Samson, who has been for years looked at as a player with promise and potential. He comes close every time but fails to make the cut. Right now, though, Sanju Samson is making a strong case for himself by scoring bucket load of runs in the IPL. Now, former India player Ambati Rayudu was meanwhile also asked to pick between the two contenders, as in who should be travelling for the World Cup, and he has backed Samson too, including Pant. Explaining why Sanju should be there, he said that Sanju offers flexibility and can even open the innings if need be. Interestingly, Sanju Samson has been a mysterious case over the years, coming close to playing a World Cup on multiple occasions, but also being left out at the 11th hour. Now, whether 2024 will be any different for the dashing batter, we shall find out in the next fortnight when the squad is announced for the 2024 T20 World Cup.